So, do you find yourself skipping more breaks to get more work done? Well, I have a little secret for you. That is probably the worst thing that you can do if you want to be successful in whatever you may be doing, whether it's school, your business, or whatever it may be. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Aquino, and I help teach the next generation. So, skipping breaks is something that I used to do personally all the time. 30-minute break? No, no, no. Let's keep working. 15-minute break? No, no, no. Let's keep working. A day off for vacation? No, no, no. Let's keep working. And what I found is that was the dumbest thing that I did when I was trying to become more successful in school, in my business, in everything. I was failing. And I just couldn't understand why. I was working so hard, I was putting so many hours in, double digit hours every day for like weeks and months on end. I just couldn't figure it out. Then I hit burnout, and then I had to reevaluate what I was doing wrong. And what it came down to was, well, skipping breaks. So I want to go over why you shouldn't be skipping breaks, because they are essential pretty much for your success if you want to continue succeeding. So when it came to skipping breaks, the biggest thing that I noticed personally was just how tired and fatigued I was at all times. Normally, I'm very energetic. I'm very outspoken, outgoing when it comes to doing whatever. But when I was during that period, it was hard to stay awake. It was hard to get up and work. It was hard to do anything because I just wasn't giving my body enough time to recover. I just wasn't giving it anything in terms of rest except just sleep. I slept, granted, not the full like required time for myself, but I still slept thinking that's just enough. Clearly it wasn't, because that's just not what happened. That's not even mentioning the amount of stress that was on me at all times, and just how negatively I felt internally, emotionally, and mentally. Just I was on a negative downward spiral saying, no, you don't need to work, in terms of you don't have to work with breaks. You don't have to take your time, get it all done now, do all the work now. And that just wasn't working. And the reason why it doesn't work is because you need some goddamn breaks. When you take a break, the biggest thing that helps you with is it gives your mind a break, because that's what you need. It gives your body a break, because that's what you need. You need to reduce your stress levels. There's a lot that goes into breaks that many of us may not realize. I know I didn't for a while. And the biggest thing is that you take a rest, you relax for a brief moment, and then you get back into it. Now, when it comes to breaks, I usually, when I was in Maryland, I would just walk around my neighborhood. It was about 20-minute walk after doing an intense like 3 to 4 hour work session, and I would refresh, and I could do another 2 hour session and then take another break and then do another session. You have to have these breaks for any of your work to matter. If you want high quality work, do you really think it's going to happen by you working 15 hours straight, no break? I can tell you, it won't. Why? Let the first 3 hours, that'll be great. That's probably what you're used to. By hour 6, though, you're going to be tired and you're still going to try and push. Hour 12, you're done. Whatever you do, that quality of work, if we're giving it a grading scale, it's like a F minus, dude. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so bad. But if you take a break throughout those 15 hours, first 3 hours, that's an A work. You take about 20-minute break, you do another 3 hours, that's probably A minus, B plus range. Take another break, maybe we're getting down to C range eventually. But we're never going to hit the super uber lows of not taking a break. So if you take a break, you are going to feel so much better, and the quality of work is just going to be incredible. Much more so compared to if you didn't take a break. Now, when it comes to breaks, there's a lot of different ways that you can incorporate them into your work. And there's a lot of different ways that you can use your breaks in terms of what to actually do for your break. So we're going to go over that now. With the breaks themselves, the easiest things that you can do would just be going on a walk, talking with some friends, going to get something to eat, easy stuff that doesn't take a lot on your mind. But what the breaks shouldn't be is you doing things that don't help you, I would say, is the definition I'm gonna go by. So a break for me would be taking a nap, going on a walk, reading by the pool, in the apartment. I'm not that rich yet. No. But what a break isn't for me is watching YouTube, playing games. That's just not the break, because you may not think it, but your brain is still actively working extremely hard when you play games and when you watch YouTube, because it's trying to think about all that things that you're watching. But when you take a nap, you're just taking a nap, man. When you read, all you're thinking about is the reading. You eat, that food delicious. But the other things, not so much. So if you take a break, try and find things to make sure they're not mentally taxing on you, and that can be easily done. Easiest one, just walk, put some music on, put a podcast on, and that'll do. It's simple, easy, and you can get right back into the work. Now, for the other way, in terms of how to incorporate it, the easiest way that you can do is starting with the Pomodoro technique. And with that, you do about, for the beginners that may not have done it before, you do about 20 to 25 minutes of work, and only work. You do nothing else. No scrolling, no gaming, no nothing. You just work for 25 minutes. Then you take a 5-minute break and you repeat that cycle. So it's 25 on, 5 off, 25 on, 5 off. You can adjust the times accordingly. I personally, when I was still in Maryland, I was doing 3 hours and 30 minutes. So I do 3 hours of work, 30-minute break. I'm still trying to adjust to my new apartment in Texas. And so I'm doing like 1 to 2 hours and then taking like a 20-minute break. And I'm trying to build back up to what I was usually doing, because I'm still not used to this environment and I'm trying to get used to it. So my work is a bit lower for right now, but eventually I come back up. So that's why I'm also using and talking a lot about time management, because, well, I'm gonna need it. And hopefully what I teach is helpful for you as well, with especially coming down to the breaks, because I don't want you repeating my mistake of skipping breaks. It was horrible for my health. There were so many things I held back because I was just refusing to take breaks. Just please remember that breaks are important. Don't overlook them. They mean a lot. So don't overlook your breaks. They're very important. Don't overlook them. So if you found this insights helpful, you definitely want to check my video on how to time block your day. And that one I go more in depth on how to time block your day specifically, where you can include buffer time and break times into your schedule, where I go more in depth in that. And if you want to break free from this time management, and if you want to take back control of your time and break free from the stress of overwhelming, check the link down below in the description.